Hello and welcome to Trains in Viettic, and I'm back on this little scene again. First of all, the votes are in and the Nissan Hut is staying. So why am I on this project today? Well, it looked really good on my desk. It would look even better on the layout. So what I'm going to do in this project, or even in this episode, which is this project, so both the same, is fit it in the layout. Unfortunately, this is going to be floating above the track, and as I haven't worked out any levitation spells yet, I need to build a support frame. So I'm going to show you my plans for the support frame, build the support frame, fit this to the support frame, put the support frame in Viettic, and then show you what it looked like. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I'm thinking. The scene was cut specifically to fit in the layout, so I know that it will fit. So my idea is to make a frame underneath the scene, a bit like that. That will then be glued onto the underside of the scene. Then I'm going to build two supports which are the correct height, like that, and then those will fit as a friction fit between the layout, which will mean these bits get screwed down, but this just float above the layout. I will need to remember to put a few holes in for one wire, which I'll explain in another episode, but I think that this idea will work. So I'll make this and then show you what it looked like. Actually, I'll measure it first up in Viettic for heights I'll need, and then I'll make it and then show you it after that. Okay, so about this piece of wood in the way, but you can still see what I'm up to. So the board's going over here, and as you can see, that's actually much bigger, pardon me. So, oh well, I'll be able to do some scenery around it. So the height of that is 14. So if I make the frame 13, that will make it easy to fit on. And with that being slightly bigger than the board, I'll have the board in the middle and work around it, so I can bend the back scene or something like that. So it's not something major. I'll be able to sort that out as I now know about it. So that's 38. So I'm off by 10 centimeters, but I'll be able to add to it and make it an even better little display. I've been out into the shed and made 3 bits. These are the supports for it, and you'll notice I have actually put holes in the top as well as in the bottom, and these should line up for the screws, as that space there is too small for the screws to go, for a drill to go through, or to get a decent screwdriver in. So by doing this, I just put the screwdriver in there and it was screwed down. Let me just grab a screwdriver. So I just place a screwdriver through the hole like that, and I'll be able to not do it up. Okay, it was a good thought, but I'll need to come up with a better idea. So, yep. But I got these 2 bits. I could make those holes bigger. I then have this bit here. I know it's currently not quite flat. That's because I used some bowed wood which I wasn't expecting to be bowed. But when it's on that, everything's screwed down, everything should flatten off over time. So I've put a plywood top on top, which have been stapled down. And then on the underneath, you've got the frame with a cross support just there, as originally I was just going to have a foam board on top. But I've decided against it, and this gives it a bit more rigidity, as when I've had it without anything on top, this was even more bowed than it is now. So I'll take you up into the attic and install this. You'll notice that there's still a gap on one side compared to the size of the thing. But that's going to be another episode, and hopefully I'll be able to use something which I have already built to fill that space. I also need to drill a hole in this, but I'll do that at another point. So I'll take you into the attic now and install this. I found something I thought I had but wasn't sure. These are extra long screwdriver drill bits. I got them from Matcalfe, but Matcalfe's no longer here. But if you look on Amazon, eBay or any of the normal sellers, you must probably find them. And the nice thing is, take that out, it fits in that hole and it worked nicely on that. So that will make my life so much easier. And to power it, I've got my trusty D-Watch drill. So I'll now move you over to about the Venus lift thing and show you me installing this. I've done a quick test fit. What I now need to do is move a few little wires, then screw those bits down. Once I've got those down, I'll show you that, as I don't quite have enough space for this camera and to work in that area. As you can see, I now got the supports in. My next job is to fit that on like that and butt it as hard as I can to that. You'll notice that that's going to be a little bit higher than for Sinai than this, but I'll be able to build it up or even put a fence or something just along the front just to distract people from it. So I just need to put a couple of screws in here, then I'll fit the top down. I have now temporarily put this in place. Looking at it, it's been good for an experiment, and this polystyrene board isn't going to be used. I'm going to redo this directly onto that board, but this board has been good to experiment with. So I need to put a bit of plaster bandage across there onto there, spray it all, and then I can put these bits back on and still use the fence, so I won't actually lose anything from this project. I just won't gain anything from it. But the model's looking good, and it will give me a chance to show you better techniques for laying the grass. Thank you for watching this project. I know it's been a short one so far, but make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and tune in for our next video. Thank you very much, Richard.